So the beautiful thing about crystalline vibrational sound or sound meditation is that there's literally a science to the way it affects our bodies, our minds, our hearts, our souls, and our spirits. So, for example, say there's a person who has never had sound meditation or any type of meditation, and maybe even someone who's extremely active in the outer world, really doesn't even have time or even understand what that means to come into the inner world. So I would invite them to come into a sound meditation. There's no one, and I will say no one, who can come into a 1 hour or 2 hour sound meditation and not experience some shift. So that person would come into a space similar to this. I would invite them to get comfortable, and I would begin guiding them through breathing, how to breathe. I might guide them to place their hands on their body, one maybe on their low belly and one maybe on their chest, and I would guide them into breathing, although we breathe every day, all day long, to actually have a guided breath and start guiding them how to open their breath and balance their breath. And even generally speaking, just in doing that, people notice a shift. And then from there, they would continue breathing, and then I would guide them to turn their awareness inside, to imagine they're following their breath deep inside their body, just to continue to relax, maybe their toes and their ankles, and I would move that conscious relaxation while they're breathing, just inviting them and cueing them just to let go and to allow their bodies just to be held. I would invite them to see the way they're already supported by, again, that breath that's already moving in and out. I'd begin playing sound, and as they're still attuning to that breath, as they're still learning to relax their body, now they feel that vibrational sound. They may feel it at that point, or they may not. But often people in that first crystal bowl sound, they'll begin to notice something. But even those who are more sort of closed, less sensitive, you might even say preoccupied or resistant, I would say within 15 minutes of sound, before they even know it, they actually will go into the deepest state of rest. They might fall asleep, they might start snoring, or many times they just go out. I say decapitulate to recapitulate. And then an hour, 90 minutes or so, I would begin to call them back. Of course, there's been sound playing the entire time, and as I use my voice to start guiding people back, they realize, where was I? Where am I? They didn't even realize that they had actually stepped into or found themselves within a very profound state of being, one that often they had never been before. And I begin to call them back and ground them into their body. And as they ground into their body, they feel those vibrations. They feel the way their breath is so calm. They feel like their toes and their heart chakras, maybe the energy in their heart or their chest. They feel it as they come in. And we get them grounded. I guide them to breathe into their root. And finally, we end up calling a close to that session. And during that time, once we close, I open space for sharing, and most people share a lot about the profundity of what they experienced, about how they don't even, for some, know how to explain or describe what they've experienced. And that's the thing about crystalline vibrational sound. I can speak about it and speak about it and speak about it. But the most profound things, we really just have to experience them. And this is the most powerful way, is actually just to come and experience what it feels like to be harmonized in a sea of beautiful crystalline vibrational sound. So just one last thing that I want to share about vibrational sound or sound meditation. It's actually, like all truth is, very simple. You don't need to have 3,000 bowls or 30 bowls, crystal bowls, that is. You just simply need one Something I learned from Jonathan Goldman, frequency plus intention equals healing. You have one bowl, this sacred instrument made of crystal that again resonates with our bodies physically, with our energy mentally, with our energy emotionally, and opens us to receive this, what we call soul or spirit energy. It's all you need is one. So it's actually very simple. One sound, one bowl, breath, and profound things happen. So sacred sound is simple. Truth is simple. Breathe, open, and receive.